Hi, this evening we're honored to be joined by Sam Shilley, who is a wildlife education major some MSU students might recognize, and a few of his friends for this not-so-scary Halloween. Who have you brought for us today?
So today I brought two snakes for us to look at, and the main purpose of this is just to realize while snakes, a lot of people tend to see them as really creepy critters, they're really less creepy and more critical. So this is Chaos. He is our black king snake. He's an eastern black king snake, and he is just a beautiful, beautiful snake. And they play a critical role, like I mentioned earlier. They are really important predators in the ecosystem. So king snakes in particular, they eat a lot of different things, but their main source of food is other snakes. So they eat all the snakes that potentially could cause us harm. They eat venomous snakes. So our king snakes like Chaos here, they are resistant to different snake venom. So they're able to eat these snakes and keep their populations in control and avoid us seeing way too many of them. And on top of that, they also eat all the other animals like little rodents, mice, voles, shrews, and all these other things that can cause us issues.
Are they native to this area?
Yeah, so king snakes, they definitely are. We have a couple of different king snake species. So there's the eastern black king snake, and then we also have prairie king snakes. And then very, very closely related, we have milk snakes. So we have the eastern milk snake. Now, we don't have an eastern milk snake with us, but if I ask Wade to come up here, we have a Honduran milk snake. So this right here is Ignacio. He's our Honduran milk snake, so from Honduras. And they are not in the state of Kentucky. There's an eastern variety, which is more of a white and red. And they are also a very beautiful snake and play very similar roles to the king snake as far as predators go. And they're also really, really important food sources for a lot of other animals as well. So we can think of things like hawks and falcons and other raptors that are going to be flying down and swooping and picking up these animals. They're going to be eating on all kinds of things, especially snakes and other small mammals. So they play a really important role in two different ways as predator and prey.
It's very, very interesting. What are their names again?
So the milk snake, his name is Ignacio, and then this king snake, his name is Chaos, which is the most ironic name ever because you can see he is the most chill, docile snake you'll ever meet.
And were they born here at Murray State?
So these two snakes, the way that we got them, the original advisor that was here before my advisor, Dr. Duroc, he actually had the snakes, and I believe Ignacio was surrendered as a pet, as was Chaos. So Dr. Duroc was gifted them whenever she started the job. And then instead of just keeping them in the biology building for no real reason, she used them for outreach with MSU ARC.
And what is MSU ARC?
So it stands for the Murray State University Amphibian and Reptile Collection. So we don't have any amphibians with us, but basically the entire goal is to take our reptiles and take them to dorms on campus. We take them to middle schools like Callaway County, the Murray Middle School and Elementary School, and things like this, and basically just tell people how important these snakes really are, because a lot of people have this really natural hatred towards them, which is really just unwarranted because they're such cool animals and they are really, really important, and honestly cause next to no harm to anyone if people respect them as they should.
They're very beautiful.
They really, really are. The king snake especially, I believe, is one of our most beautiful snakes.
Yes, I very much agree. What else do you do in ARC, like around Murray?
So around Murray, so we'll go to, come here, buddy. So we'll go to different places, like I mentioned, like the middle schools. We've also been to a couple of churches. So Murray First Baptist is one that we've been to a few different times, and as well as daycares. So various daycares and stuff will reach out to either me or Dr. Duroc and just message us, say, hey, we'd like snakes to come here, and we'd love to show these to the kids or to whoever's at that particular place, and then we'll take them. And that's basically it. It's really just an educational thing, showing people how it's really not the smartest idea to just hate these snakes for no reason, because like I said, they're just so critical.
Yeah, definitely. And what should people do if they come across one of these guys in their natural habitat?
So that is a really, really good question. There are definitely there are definitely multiple potentially harmful snakes in Kentucky. We have 4 venomous snake species. So I would not encourage anyone to just go out and just pick up a snake. If you don't know exactly what it is that you're looking at, you shouldn't come close to it. You shouldn't touch it. So if you see a snake out in the wild, one, just be thankful that you got to appreciate what this snake is, because really it's a blessing to be able to see a lot of these different things in the wild. And 2, don't pick it up. Don't try to harm it. The last thing you should want to do is kill it for no reason. And if you can, if it's on a road or something, just usher it off. Be safe about it. Don't touch the animal. And just kind of let it be, because they are living things just like you and I. They have lives that they're trying to do. They're really just trying to survive. and that's all that they're really up to. They're not going to go out of their way to harm you.
And I know you've become kind of famous on TikTok, um, being the reptile guy for Murray State. So what role does like online videos and stuff play in conservation?
So it's the biggest issue is people just not understanding. Like there's a lot of really, really intelligent wildlife biologists that know a lot about how we can properly take care of all of the environment, let alone just a certain select few species. But getting other people to care about it is the most important way for us to go about it. Because if everyday people don't care about protecting the wildlife that's in their backyard, planting native species like different trees and flowers, encouraging native pollinators and birds and other animals to live in their area, then we're not going to have anyone actually stewarding the environment where we're at. And if we don't have that, then our environment just basically goes down the drain. We need people, everyday citizens, that are just willing to take care of it as it is, because the professional wildlife biologists, while they have a degree in this, they can only do so much. Funding is a big part of it. Wildlife biologists don't have a lot of funding, so it's really up to people to make good, smart choices to actually help the environment.
I would love to thank you today for coming to visit us and show us these absolutely beautiful creatures, and provide some information for everybody who possibly would like to know more and help you guys.
Of course, thanks for having us.
Thank you.